Okay, hey y'all. All right, today I'm gonna be fixing a blackened chicken with corn salsa and rice pilaf. Okay, another one of my special dishes I like to fix. All right, so you gonna cut this fire on. This is blackened chicken, so I already prepped everything. Just getting the fire hot, the pan hot, bro, and so. So first we're going to start. I'm going to show y'all. So this concoction here is butter, like about a half a stick of butter. You want your cumin, white pepper, cayenne pepper, salt, of course, a little cumin. Yeah, sorry about that. So you want your butter, cumin, salt, pepper, thyme, white pepper, by the way, and your butter, salt, thyme, pepper, white pepper, cumin. Okay, so we made this little concoction here. Put it in the microwave. You want the butter to be melted. I'm gonna put my chicken in here and let it rest for about 5 to 10 minutes. I'm gonna soak the chicken in this, both sides. Like so. I have boneless chicken breast. I'm letting it soak in the marinade for a minute. Not really marinating it, but just let it grab up some of these juices, right? Okay. So we let that soak in there. By that time, we're going to get our rice pilaf going. Okay, with the rice pilaf, we like to multitask here. So we're going to do the chicken and rice pilaf, the pineapple salsa, the corn salsa. Excuse me, the corn salsa is already made. You know, you just cilantro. You want your corn, you steam it off a little bit. You want to cook it a little bit. You want your cilantro, your red onions, you know, a little tomatoes, of course. Red onions, tomatoes, cilantro, lemon juice. You know, mix that all up with a little salt and pepper, refrigerate it, and this is the results right here. This is the corn salsa. Okay? That's going with the chicken and the rice pilaf, okay? So the salsa is nothing. Cilantro, lime juice, cilantro, lime juice, salt, pepper, tomatoes, and corn. That's about your salsa right there. Here we go. Okay? Boom. So we got the chicken marinating. So let your chicken sit in there. Let your chicken sit in there for a second. Then you take it out and let it rest. Then you repeat the other one. You know, get both of them in there. I got a couple of pieces, depending on how much you're cooking for. So you want it to rest in there and let it soak. Okay? All right. So with the rice pilaf, so we're gonna Put a little butter in the pan with some onions. About a half a cup. Half a cup of onions. We're going to use this spray. I'm not a big fan of butter, but you could, at your own discretion. I'm going to use this spray though. I'm going to let the pan nice and hot. Throw your onions in there, about a half a cup. You want it nice and translucent. I love rice pilaf. This is a French way of making rice. And the Italian way they make their rice is called the risotto. So you want to get them onions in there, when they get soft and translucent, then you want about a cup of rice, long grain if you have it. All right. Let that cook and simmer. We go back to our chicken over here, and we give it another. I gave it 2 flips already. So, but you just want to eyeball it. You want it coated. You want it looking nice and blackened. We're gonna get that fire cranked up, and we're gonna have this cooking. So, yeah, so you just want to, it's kind of like a wet, dry rub because of the butter. But basically, this is how your dry rub is going to come out. Just like that there. And you just, it's really a moist rub, it's not dry. All right. Okay. So you want to get a cup of rice. Sorry about that. Alright, so you want a cup of rice, long grain, right? Alright, so you just want to make sure your onions don't burn. You don't want nothing burnt, of course. So you want them nice and translucent. You want about a cup, you want about a half a cup of chicken broth too. Chicken stock. Broth. Half a cup of chicken broth. You want to do more than a half a cup just to have it, because you might need some more. All right. So we got our chicken. All right. All right, so we got the onions cooking. With the rice pilaf, you want to cook it with as less liquids as possible. So you're using liquid, you want to use the chicken broth and a little water, but you want to use less. It's not the traditional American way of cooking it with all the water and stuff. So, all right, so our onions looking good. All right, so we can add our rice in a second. And I got the fire on medium, like a low medium. All right, so we're going to throw our rice in there. And what we're looking for with this, one of the concepts with this is you want to toast the kernels. You want to toast the rice. Don't burn it. The best thing to do is to stand over it and make it happen. You don't want to walk away and leave it if you're forgetful like me. So we added the rice. You're gonna let that cook. You can kind of smell it when you want to add your chicken broth in, because it gets nice and toasty. All right. Okay, this is the chicken broth. This is the chicken broth right here. So we ain't gonna add that in yet. You want our rice to get a little toasty, all right? And see, you can smell it now with the onions, and you don't want it to turn black. You don't want it to burn enough. So the less liquid, just remember, it's about the consistency, as life is, consistency. So you want to toast it and not burn it. You want to stir it. You want to keep your eyes on it. All right. I've been making rice pilaf. This is one of my dishes. I love rice pilaf, and then I jazz it up with a little bit. So we're gonna use like a third and save the rest. You're not gonna pour it all in now. Okay. Alright. And basically we go okay. You pour it in a little at a time. Pour it in a little at a time. Now you need some more water. You gotta eyeball it. And make sure it's hot water that you use with the chicken broth. Okay? You're going to pour the rest in now. Now, as it's cooking, you just keep your eye on it, because you're going to add, you don't want to over pour. You want to pour less as possible. You want to pour less as possible, okay? So that's about a half a cup of chicken broth. Then we're gonna do 1 cup water. Okay. Sometimes the chicken broth be a little bit too salty, too much. So we mix it up with some water. It's delicious, I'm telling you. So a cup of water. All right, we're gonna let that cook down. So now, what we're gonna do, we're gonna go to our chicken. So you want it on medium hot for the chicken. This is a blackened chicken. You want your pan hot. You want to spray the pan a little bit. Remember, I only spray the pan because it's a non-stick pan. Only a little bit, but the sauce that I have does have butter in it and seasoning, and that's what makes the seasoning is what makes it a blackened chicken. So I let it sit for about 4 or 5 minutes. Y'all seen that? You know, you let the pan get hot. You let that pan get hot. You let it sit there. You know, it's pretty much it. Now you let the fire do the work. Okay? Now, if y'all want any recipes besides the ones that I post, you can always, I'm coming out with a cookbook, Thompson Family Cookbook, so we'll have that right to y'all. You can go on Amazon. I'll let you know when it's out and post it up. All right. So now that we got our pan hot for the chicken, right, you can see the chicken warming up now. That's sizzling. Okay. Yeah, it turned into a paste, so I'm just putting it on there. But stay tuned for the end results, though. The beginning is always a process. Yeah. We're gonna blacken this chicken. I love blackened chicken on the grill, on the stove. So we're gonna let that cook. Right, so we're gonna let that cook down. Nothing else. Now I'm gonna add another 4 ounces of water to the rice pilaf, okay? And that should be good. So stay tuned for the end results. You got your blackened chicken, you got your rice pilaf, and you have your corn salsa. I'll get back with y'all, okay? Thanks for watching.